Hi folks, I'll be discussing Utility Data Hub Design EAM for AutoCAD, and this is the evaluation version. The functionality we'll go through today is the various menu options available, the linking, unlinking of work order data, how we can use that to actually create the design and the folder, leveraging the metadata within the work order. We'll also be able to access the work order data actually within the design via DWG props. We'll also be demonstrating the BIM 360 integration, some of the configuration options available, and security functionality where we can completely control native AutoCAD commands as well as the plugin commands available. Some things to note as far as this evaluation product is concerned. This installation includes a SQLite database with reference work orders, which will be installed during the installation process. But also this product is completely configurable and is open for enhancements to meet clients' integration needs. This is a porting of our AUD Utility Data Hub design product to the AutoCAD platform, and subsequently we have a lot of integration that is available and customizable to our clients moving forward. Okay, once the product has been installed on the desktop, you'll notice that there is a Utility Data Hub CUIX that has been merged into the existing ribbon tabs up here at the top. I will just hit Start Drawing to initiate a new drawing and go through a bit of the menu path associated with Utility Data Hub. And we'll just quickly go through that. There are two different options available right now, Work Management and Drawing Management. Work Management allows you to browse the work orders available. We have included an SQLite database with 10 test work orders. You can look at the specific details of individual work orders. You could look at an integrated view of the work order and what's contained for that work order within BIM 360. You can refresh the work order from the database. You can also look at the configuration and review the configuration that's set up. It's a highly configurable product. In addition, we have drawing management, where you can once again just look into the actual integrated view of the work order plus the BIM 360 data. Okay, I'm going to open up the work order browser to start. The work order browser is the central tool or the UI for interacting with the UDH product. You'll notice that there's also a little ribbon up here that will indicate when you're just when nothing's been linked. It'll show just UDH EAM design, or alternatively, when something has been linked, this will change to the actual linked work order that has been linked to the design. This screen itself allows you to create your own custom filters. So here I'm adding an additional selection parameter. So it's my work request. I'm logged in as SBS. I'm just looking for address that contain 1215. I hit search and it just selects those addresses. So you can build as many as you of these filters as you want. It's quite helpful for implementations which are integrated with back-end ERPs. You can save these filters off as individual files. You can retrieve them by pressing this little button above the save. And you can also retrieve them by this button down here on the quick access menu. Now, moving to the more central area of the screen, These are just quick filters that can be customized for implementation. You can set it up to just select my designs by various statuses, my work group, my company, if you're in a multi-company scenario, the work management system status. Here we've just have very simple configuration of initialization versus design. The AUD status is available. And this next menu option will allow you to export either whatever in the current grid or all contents of the grid to Excel. The linked quick filter allows you to pre-select any of the, just select the work order that is currently linked to the active document, and we'll go through using that in a second here. Refresh is self-evident, it just refreshes the grid. These last two options are more for the evaluation version, and I'll go through that a little later in the demonstration. We'll be able to select between just being a plain user and an administrator and how that affects the security. We have the ability, of course, to lock down AutoCAD commands, AutoCAD menu options, as well as plug in commands and menu options. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just clicking this, it'll recycle the filter. So I've just selected everything that's assigned to SBS. If you actually right-click on an individual row, you will see there's a context menu available where you can, if it's already been linked, you can open a design and that'll pull the design down from BIM 360. It'll open a working folder, which is your local working folder on your desktop. You can also look at individual details for the work order. And this will branch you to the second tab in this UI. And you can select various categories of how you've organized the data for the individual work order. There are some tests in the test database. You can edit some. Here, I'm just going to edit that the customer has. Oh, I can't edit that because I haven't linked to it yet. So therefore, if it's still in non-link status, I can't edit it. We'll come back to that at a later point. I'm going to go ahead and start the workflow. I'm going to link to the work order. That will rename the current drawing to the work order I've selected. It will also create a local working copy in a folder located here. I've just right mouse. It'll create the drawing in this location, and it will also check the drawing into BIM 360. Now I'll go up here and just quickly show you the web app of BIM 360, and there is nothing. Once this refreshes, you'll see that nothing is actually in my project files. Now this is currently, we have this configured to create subfolders under the EAM district, so Napierville or Wheaton, and below that there will be a folder created in BIM 360 for the actual work order number. So I am going to link the work order. You'll notice in the bottom right hand corner the Forge integration and linking is in progress, so that will handle all of the BIM 360 docs. API integration, as well as the linking to the local document. Okay, so it's the work order data has successfully been linked to the design. You'll notice that the design now has been changed. It's been saved to our target location. All of that data that was present in the work order is now available in the DWG props and can be leveraged in title blocks or throughout the design as needed. And you'll see that there, it's all the metadata associated with the actual work order. Once the work order has been linked, we can go back to that work order viewer. I can do the all editable. I can select this and I can actually change that and save that into the database. Depending upon how many editable columns you have, you can manage entries in here. In addition, we can go to the work order viewer, which is a combined view of BIM 360 and the work order data. You'll see in the upper portion of the screen all of the various metadata from the work order. In the bottom portion of the screen are the files associated with that work order data in BIM 360, and we'll also show you the local location. You can add additional files here as needed. So for example, I'm going to just add a picture file, and once the picture file has been added up in BIM 360, it'll show up here in this grid as associated with this work order. While I'm here, I'll show you the settings. These settings are just an example of what's configurable. There are numerous options configurable for this product, and it's quite adaptable to most situations and integrations. Now, going back to the actual drawing that we've linked, I've illustrated that, you know, it is currently, there is a working copy in the folder as we've targeted. And if I go back up to BIM 360, I'm just going to hit refresh. And remember, I indicated that the folder creation and the design upload are all hooked up to create a subfolders based on the metadata in the work order. So this is the district associated with the work order. And I open that, and there is now a folder with the name of the work order. And within that folder, when I look at it, those are our two files per the versions. Okay. Going back to the active drawing, I am just simply going to draw a polyline here and illustrate the ability to check in. So I've just created this. I can, from the right-click menu, I can check in this document. This document check-in process will actually check the version of the local drawing against the version that is in BIM 360. If the version of BIM 360 is higher than the local drawing, the user will be prompted whether or not they want to continue. In addition, if the current active drawing is the one checked in and it's the only drawing that is open, they will be advised and prompted whether or not they want to continue with this process and close the document. Okay, so I'm going with, I'm getting this first message. The action will close and save the selected design and then check the new version into BIM 360, and that is because this is the only drawing open. And I'm going to indicate I want to proceed. So you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner, the forge processing status bar was going by. Now it's selectively, it's checked in. I'm going to open up the BIM 360 work order viewer, and you'll see that the file version has been incremented. And I will also go here and refresh this view. Oh, it actually was already refreshed. It shows the version 2 was already displayed where it has been uploaded to BIM 360. Okay, so that is the basics of the workflow process. I will also now demonstrate the security functionality that we have available. Right now, this is set up in pure demonstration mode. You have the ability to switch between a plain user and an administrator. And I'm going to illustrate how we can control standard AutoCAD CUIX. So I will indicate I will turn off my user role, And you'll notice that all of a sudden the polyline is gone from the CUIX. It's no longer available. I'll put it back. And alternatively, for administrators, I've just unclicked it and circles aren't available. So right now I am only set up as a user. And if we actually look a little deeper, you'll see that I've also removed the settings. So now they can't go in and change configuration in here. And the settings is also tab is also gone from this window. If I put that back, then it's available. So now I am administrator again. As administrator, of course, I can look at the DWG props, but if I decide to turn that off, and now I'm just a regular user, so the security policy has been applied, and I try to execute DWG props, which is an AutoCAD command, I'm not allowed. It's vetoed by the security system. Okay, that concludes the basics of this demonstration. I hope you enjoy the product, and hopefully we'll see you soon.